Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? So here we are. Just realized I don't have my light on. That might help a little bit. Um, Here to kick off the Kickstarter for Edgar Allan Poe's Besprinkled with Scarlet. We did a Fund My Comic, which we reached goal on that, and this is just to add a little to the thing, to the totals, and hopefully we can get some more stretch goals and some more books printed. So book is completed, and the only thing we need to do now is just get it to the printers and start fulfillment. So the plan at this point is end of March, beginning of April for fulfillment. Easy for me to say. So I'm going to hit the button here to actually launch this, since this is my first Kickstarter. So we'll see how long it takes to actually looks like it's going through, and we are live. This is a quick campaign. I'll bring that up here in a second. It's only 21 days, and it's got a low goal. So let me just bring that up. All right, let's share that. All right, here we go. Only a $300 goal. Like I said, this is just to get some more money in the coffers and get the printing done, and get these books out. So that's the main goal. I'm just going to run through this quick. If we already watched the trailer, we can watch it again later. But what is Edgar Allan Poe's Besprinkled with Scarlet? And the best I could come up with is to call it a illustrated narrative. It's text from Edgar Allan Poe's stories with illustrations by different artists. And it has an intro by Dr. Mask and a epilogue by Dr. Mask. And the intro and epilogue are sequential pages, which we'll see some of the panels from that as we go. But it was, I felt like there was a lot of adaptions out there, a lot of collections of Poe. So I just wanted to do something a little different. So let's just go through it here. Here is the main cover by Ricardo Jaime. He on this, we also have a virgin cover for this. I just thought it was an amazing cover, with Dr. Mask and Thule, his friend and colleague, the Raven, coming down, looking to maybe save this woman from these horrible things that are coming out of the book. So we have that. So we have a homage cover for Midnight #1. There's the actual original cover from 1957. And then here's the homage cover. This is actually the newsprint one. And we got something going on. Oh, anyway, so that's by Greg Murray, and Dan Kemp did the colors for it. Um, Here we got a shot of what some of the interiors are going to look like. This is by Preston Azevedo, colors by Dave Kemp. Dave did all the interior colors, which are red. The book is black, white, and red. So um, here's another interior page. This is by Jim Whiting, The Lake, which is a Edgar Allan Poe poem. And that was also colored by Dave. And we have some of the interior panels by Christian Rossi. Keith Gleason from the Mighty Mascots did the lettering for these. As you scroll down here, you can see these are all a lot of people worked on this book, a lot of awesome creators. I worked, Jim helped out a lot with the graphic design, the layouts, and he's been helping out with the post, I should say the pre-press stuff as well. You see the colors, Christian Rossi for the sequential pages, and the Dr. Mass, the character, was designed by me and Luke Stone. Luke also created the logo. And then I actually have two Dr. Mask logos. One Luke did and one Jim did. So interiors, you can see Robert Geronimo, you might know from Blood Realm. Alexei Gorbut, who's done a lot of stuff. Not a lot of stuff in the United States from what I can tell, but he does a lot of awesome, a lot of fantasy stuff. Jim Whiting again for that one. Preston Acevedo, Peter Gilmore, who's done a lot of horror books. I think he still has a couple live on my comic that he's worked on. He does some awesome stuff. Anthony Pugh, who I met at a indie Comic Con. We just I really liked the artwork that he was doing, so he was able to do a piece for me. Ricardo's back. He did Fall of the House of Usher, the interior story, which was awesome, and that's kind of what got me to. After I saw that, I'm like, you need to do the cover too. So he did the cover, the main cover. Kevin Conrad, you might know from Spawn and Kiss Psycho Circus. Brian Bow from Wolf and Batsy fame. Preston. I'm sorry, I got Preston's name stuck in my head. Fabrizio Aiello. The oval portrait there. Richie Acosta did Mask of the Red Death. Daniel Alvarez, who's digital inker that he works with, did the inks on this one, which we do have the original for that available on the campaign. Elliot Rodriguez did. I wanted him to do a promo piece for me because I really like his art, and so he did this one for me, and I liked it so much. I'm like, well, I got to do something with it as far as the comic goes. So it's the back cover of the comic, and Dave Kemp did the colors on that one as well. We have a T-shirt done by Christian Rossi of Dr. Mask reading some Edgar Allan Poe. We have a all-in bundle which has all three covers, plus a trading card and a T-shirt. So you can do that. Sketch cards, Kevin Conrad will do a sketch card of whatever character you want. Um, and it'll be black, white, and with some colors depending on what the character is. These are just some examples that I've had him do in the past. So you can see that the Kiss ones maybe don't need color, but like he did the Alice Cooper and added some color to it. So um, Jim Whiting also has these cards available. This one is now sold, so that one's no longer available. By the way, there's only 5 of these on this campaign, so if you're interested, you should probably get it sooner rather than later. There's only one of each of these, so once they're gone, they're gone. These are available as an add-on. That was just the easiest way for me to do it. Um, so this is one of them there. But when you go to the add-ons, you can see them all. Stretch goal, $600. It's a pretty low stretch goal, so I hope we can hit it. But everybody's going to get a mini print of a full colored version of the lake. That's Jim Whiting's colors and illustration. So, and then if we get to 1,000, there'll be a sticker, an Edgar Allan Poe themed sticker. Risk and challenges, really not any. The book's done. The only thing I do is print it. I've got and just collect the things, the T-shirts and the cards and everything, and get them together. So should be pretty simple, he said laughingly, but you never know. But if we go through the rewards here, we've got a digital copy for $6, which I thought was pretty cool. Cover A, $10. Cover B, $10. And then exclusive Kickstarter edition, $10 too. You can get it without the logo on it. And then we still have newsprint. And I will show, I have the proof for this. So these are in the process of being printing as we speak. But there's only going to be 100 available on this campaign. There's going to be less than 200 available ever. So if you want one, grab it. But I should have those in hand sooner rather than later. Here's a 4-in-1 bundle where you can just get all the 4 covers for $35. You can save $5 by doing that. T-shirt, $35. Made. It's printed in the U.S. I can't guarantee that shirts are made in the U.S., but it's definitely printed in the U.S. And it's a tagless one. Pretty nice shirt. Actually, I have one on right now, so turned out pretty good. Here's the Kevin Conrad sketch card you can get, $35. And once the campaign's over, I'll reach out to you to see what character you wanted for those. Those are the only things that might take a little longer to get fulfilled, is if we have sketch cards that have to be completed. But other than that, retailer bundle, $38 for 5 issues. Here's the all-in-one bundle, which includes, unfortunately, I didn't add a big picture of this card. But the card was done by Omer Garcia III, or Omer Glitch as he's known on YouTube. But he did the art and Jim Whiting did the colors for it. So, but anyway, you can get all of that for $70, save $13 on that. Here's the Mask of the Red Death original pencils. As I had said earlier, Richie doesn't do his own inking. He has it digitally inked. So this is the original as it gets. So that's available for $180, one of a kind. And then Preston's artwork is there as well. The original pencil and ink, $400 for that one. that is also going to be the cover of a card game. So if you're that interests you too, but it will be the cover of the card game. It's also in the book. So, and that's, as I said, that's a one of a kind as well. So, and that is the campaign. I think if there's anything else exciting to say about it. Oh, awesome. Looks like we got 3 backers already, and we already blew that goal away. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Amazing. Good kickoff to this. So from here, what do we want to talk about? Well, one of the things I did forget to mention is if you signed up, you'll get that card for free. If you back the all-in-one, you'll get the card for free. Otherwise, at this point, you can't get it. It was kind of strictly for people that signed up and for people that did the all-in bundle. And everybody, whether you back digital or a physical tier, will get a digital paperback of the full collection of the stories in this comic. So, and it'll contain some black and white artwork from the comic. So, so if you're, like I said, that's just that was one of the things, because I decided to make the book the way I did, that it didn't have the complete stories in it. And I'm like, well, I should at least provide it, even though people can go out there and find it for themselves. This will be a nice collection. It'll have some of the artwork to make it look cooler, and yeah, so you get that for free just by backing. The card you only get if you back physical tier, just because I can't, I can't mail out a card for. I'm assuming a lot of the digital backers are going to be like other countries that are prohibitively high on shipping. So, anyway, let's see. I can talk a little bit about the book. What I collected here. There were certain stories that I was for sure going to put in. Mask of the Red Death, Cask of Amontillado. Those two were definitely going to be in here. Just because they're my 2 favorite Poe stories. And after that, it kind of, sometimes I would go to the artist and ask them, hey, is there any Poe stories you're interested in? Is there anything you like? Some I said, hey, here's a couple to choose from. Which one do you think? Because I kind of, like the Black Cat is definitely one that, you want to have in a collection. But there's a lot of Poe stories that aren't in this collection too. So, and that's why we have a volume 2 coming. But, the lake was, this was one that I had just discovered. I'd read some of his poetry, but a lot of it I hadn't. And I read this, I'm like, oh, this is really cool. And I came up with a kind of an idea for it. And Jim just kind of went in a different direction, and his ended up like way cooler than mine. So, so that's how that one ended up in there. I remember Peter was one of the early guys that I reached out to and asked him which one he would like to do, and he picked The Pit and the Pendulum, which I was, perfectly happy with. It's a great story. So, and I already touched on Anthony. I wanted this story in there, and I picked up a piece of his artwork that I really liked at a show, and here we are. Ricardo, Fall of the House of Usher. I knew he was really good at drawing beautiful women, so that's why I picked him for this one. And it did turn out amazing. I can't wait for people to see this. I think he can't wait for people to see this too. So, um, Kevin Conrad, I let him decide what he wanted to do. It took him some time to look at some Poe, because I don't know if, I mean, I think he knew like some of the main stories, but he didn't know, that in depth or whatever. But he ended up picking this one, and just an awesome job he did, awesome scene. Brian, I think I specifically went to him and asked him to do this one. Um, and I'm hoping he'll be on board for the next book as well, because I have something in mind for him. But he does an awesome job too. Beautiful women, horrible monsters, just great stuff. Fabrizio, um, I had sent him a couple of stories to do, and he had he had never read the Oval Portrait, so after he read it, he was excited to do it. Um, so he did that one. That one turned. I mean, they're all amazing as far as I'm concerned, but that one turned out great. Um, and then Richie, I talked about earlier. Elliot, um, yeah, he just did an amazing job as well. I don't know. I mean, I had seen his artwork, and I really liked his artwork, and I thought he would do a great job at something like this, and it turned out amazing. And Dave did the colors on it, Dave Kemp, and really brought it to life. So yeah. Um, so as far as um, the newsprint, I had mentioned earlier there was going to be about 200 copies of that printed, and not all of those will be available. And obviously, if there's any damage or anything to anything, I doubt it, because they're coming from Alterna, and Pete's really great about packing stuff. So I don't think I've ever had anything damaged come from them. So, um, but yeah, so those will be, we had some available for the Fund My Comic, and now some for the, actually I have that here. I think I shared this on one stream, and that was Mad Ruth. So if you were there, you've seen some of this, but this is the actual proof. You can see the logo. Let's I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's get rid of that. All right, now we can see it a little better. So there's the front. There's Elliot's artwork on the back. It looks really, really nice on the cover. I'm deciding on, I might add something on this one. He's got the shadow of the tombstone right there, and I'm thinking about adding a QR code there for people, for when they buy the book, and then a QR code to take them to the digital paperback. But here's the interiors of the newsprint. Now, obviously, the interiors of the regular version is going to be a lot. It's going to be different. It's going to be, different, brighter colors. A little sharper or whatever. But these look really cool. What else can I share without spoiling too much? I've been trying not to spoil too much. I can share this. This is. I don't want to share the last page though. So this is the winner of the art contest I had. The only difference is this red frame is going to be a black frame, because I just thought the red was just a little too much. But that, oh my lord, it has his name here. Tarmhell is what he's known as on X. and he just did a great job of that. And then Omar Glitch, or Omar Garcia III, he was the second place on that, and so I decided to take his artwork and make a trading card out of it. So what else can I show here? I did show this original artwork on the alternate channel, but here is a quick look at with the colors. So that's Descendant to Maelstrom. So anyway, so there's the proof. So obviously things are rolling along with that. I can't think of a lot more that I want to talk about. Oh, I know there is some other add-ons. I don't know if I can. Rewards. So if we look, let me share here again. Eventually, I'm going to look like I know what I'm doing here, and then I go and do that. Okay. So if you can see here, these are you can also get as an add-on, you can get this. I don't even know if I can bring it up. It's a button of, it's a 1.5 inch button of Dr. Mass symbol that he has on his tunic there. And then these are the sketch cards. We have a Vampirella, a White Zombie, Vampire Lover, Werewolf, Lucifer, a Hungry Zombie, some Little Green Men, Night Veil, and Flesh Eater. So you can get those in the add-on section, as well as pretty much everything. I think you can. I tried to set it up where the tiers would you could get what you wanted by using the tiers instead of add-ons, but the sketch cards were definitely easier to do, or the sketch cards, yes, the Jim Whiting's sketch cards were easier to do through the add-on part. So that is that. All right. Start a survey? What? Kickstarter wants me to do a survey. I just started my campaign. All right. So I figured while I'm here hanging out and checking out the campaign and launching it, I could talk about some of the cool stuff that I've gotten in the mail. So let's start. This came a little bit ago. But like most comic collectors, I've got my pile that I haven't really gotten to yet. But this is Alterna's, came out on a Wednesday. There's, speaking of Rob Geronimo, there's his cover on that one. This is Richard Stonke. I don't want to mispronounce his name, but I probably will. Really cool cover. I read some of the stories in these. I haven't gotten through all of them, but the first thing I read, and I don't want to spoil anything, but the first thing I read was Tyler Wetland did a version of Edgar Allan Poe's El Dorado, which is right there. And if you like Poe, I would go grab a copy of this. I mean, you can't go wrong. $3. And the everything just pops on this paper. I really, really like it. But it's newsprint, but I guess like higher quality newsprint, but yeah, there's some good stuff in here. Von Kloss has a story which was pretty cool. Jasper the Shank. So that was cool. But yeah, so I would. And while you're over there, you can buy these other two that I picked up, which was Unit 44, 11 and 12. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to read these yet, but there they are. Bags make it hard. But the last two issues of Unit 44, fun, like Men in Black type of stories. And Alex Jovic does the interior. Well, he did the cover and the interiors. There's the colors on this. So I don't know if Wes did the colors. And the front just says Wes Sloker, and so I'm assuming Wes did the colors, but I'm not 100% sure. I just started reading this last night. Graham Nolan's Sunshine State. This is the type of book I love traditional comic strips and stuff, but I feel like I can't read it. Like I can't read a volume like this all at once. I can. Here's the back cover too. I don't know what it is. It just, like, I was reading the Batman comic strips, and after a while, it just feels like comic strips. Like, it's not like, oh, I can't wait till next week. It's just like a lot of recapping. Maybe like some lines in one recap the previous one or whatever. I mean, obviously this doesn't. These are all self-contained. But it's just a nice volume. Can show you some of the interiors. Just fun stuff. Yeah, so I've been reading that, so that's been good. I mean, I'm a big Calvin and Hobbes and Pearls Before Swine, those kind of comic strips, all the way back. I mean, on Peanuts. I used to read Peanuts. Growing up, it was Peanuts, and I read The Phantom, and then I cut out the Spidey ones, the Spidey strips. We didn't get it in our paper. A friend of ours would bring us like a pile of papers, and I would cut out all the Spidey ones and glue them into a book. So I made my own Spider-Man strip book, which is long gone. Just finished this one, Dr. Zamba's Ghostly Tales, David Lucarelli, and a host of other guys and girls. But it's an anthology based on his this ghost show that he did, that I think he's still doing. So that was fun. You've got each story is introduced by one of the characters, and stories were really good. The last story especially was very timely and very disturbing. So, but if you like horror, I'd go grab that one too. This one I've been waiting for, Horace H. Hoover, where Fabrizio, he did an illustration for my book. He does great stuff. This is the conclusion to the Smoke Man series. So this is number 4 or 5. So the next issue is going to be like a self-contained, but so that's another good one. This one is not a new one. Let me see when this came out. 2020. So Jim Whiting actually he gave me this recently. Bad Girls, the Art of From, and I just like the artwork. I hadn't heard of this guy, and apparently they kind of collaborated together, and he did this book with them to kind of collect his artwork. So there's a couple there. Here's some full color ones. But unfortunately, he's passed away, which is sad because he, really cool artist. I don't know if he ever, made it big, but he should have, because it's just a cool style. I forgot to share this too. Horace H. Hoover. He sent me a magnet too of Horace. I love that. And a bookmark. What else we got? I had ordered this as well. Let me take it out. Plastic's great for preserving, but not so great for sharing. Let's see. So this is Fabrizio. This is a spread from one of his, I can't remember which issue. I want to say 2 or 3. But just love that. And then he sent another one, which was, there's Horace. I can't remember the other guy's name. But that's really cool. I love the colors too. Goes back in there. All right. And then I ordered this after being on Mad Roof's show. Jason Sandberg, Jupiter. After we chatted about it, stuff sounded cool. Some of the stuff, like, you can definitely see, like here, the Kirby influence. So that was cool. But this is his comic. Yes, there's the flip side. So I wanted to check that out. So we sent that, and then I got, what did I do with it? He also threw this in, which I don't know if I mentioned I love Ditko on the stream or not, but it's a comic with reproduced from the original art, which is awesome. I hadn't even seen this, so this is really cool. Yeah. And then I got so it's a fan club card, which is cool. And then the back, which says, if you're not part of the problem, you are the solution. So I got a couple of those. And then Legion of Memers, with the Legion of Doom thing there. And then something for Comics Division on the back there. And a nice card, which was cool. So that is what I got from him. Also, I do love board games as well. which is why I'm doing my own. I've got a couple planned out, probably a couple of others that I'm in the planning stages at this point. But this is this is Mech Bunny from Gabe Barrett. He has his solo game of the month club, which I'm sure a lot of people thought he was crazy to try, but he's been doing really well with it. I just saw he strictly does solo games. Let me rephrase that. His company produces solo games. He's done other games that weren't solo games, but I'm just these are some of the pieces from it. I don't know. The cool thing, it's got little minis too, which is it's the first one of these. I think he did this. He's done this solo, this game of the month for like the last year. And he had said they had shipped about 26,000 games, which is pretty awesome. Let's see if I can get this out without breaking them. So here are the mechs. It's focusing very well, but here's another one. But it is I don't want to tear it apart here because here's some of the cards. Some of the stuff you're not supposed to open until a specific time in the game. So I don't want to mess that up. Those back. But yeah, if you like solo games, I mean, Gabe does an awesome job. He's been doing games for years. It just feels like his company's now kind of hitting its stride there. This whole board game of the month has been pretty amazing. There's some really cool games out of that lineup. And some he ended up doing deluxe versions of because they did so well. So he started out putting them in VHS cases because that was the easiest way to do it. Cheapest way. He was able to produce his games, and he shipped a bunch of VHS cases over to China, and they put the stuff in it. He had to figure out the packaging and everything, but yeah. And it looks like Jim has joined us. Hold on one second. Jim.
Hey.
I think,
Are we live with Kickstarter?
Yeah, we're live, and we already blew away the goal.
Wow, what are we up
to? Yeah, we're at $480.
All right. Hey,
yeah.
What time did you go live? 12?
Like 12:15. Something
so
like that.
An hour you blew it out. That's cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I figured I'd keep it low. Maybe that'll help with the algorithm as well. So
Well, it's good news.
Yeah. So but I was just
what I missed. What are you talking about?
I was just sharing all the neat stuff that I've been getting in the mail because I had kind of worn myself out talking about the book. Anything you want to say about the book? You've worked on it too. You've had a lot of work on it.
Oh, it's a great book. I think you got a great assembly of artists there, a wide diversity. I think you had a good concept. I think it works really well. I'm really happy with it.
Yeah.
We had a couple of things where we had to adjust. We went through some covers and different things, but ultimately, it looks great.
Yeah.
Have we
Yeah,
seen the pulp paper version yet?
yeah. I actually just showed it. Um, I don't know how well it transfers to. What do I do with it now? Transfers to video, but I was actually sharing this too.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah, some good. Can you do you have any others of those to sell, or are
Oh
they
yeah, yeah. They're on
okay?
my website. I still have a limited number of the hardcovers, which are a different cover,
Oh, okay.
but I do have a fair amount of the soft cover still. And you
Well, I
know,
showed some of the interiors as well. I mean, yeah, I mean he was a great artist.
he
You know.
was, he was. I
Yeah,
think that. Oh yeah.
that's the one I that's the one I shared. Which
Uh
I've
huh.
only this is the first time sharing that. Other than I shared the original on the Alterna channel. Um, but that's today's the first day that anybody saw the interior other than us.
Ah, you didn't do an unboxing then, huh?
No, I'm so paranoid like not paranoid, but I don't want to share too much because I'm like, I want it to be a surprise.
Uh huh.
So, but you could just share just enough to get people interested, and then so we'll see. Um,
Oh, looks
once
look,
once everything's shipped, I'm gonna tell everybody share whatever you want.
oh, that's cool. I'm
Yeah,
glad it came out well. It was a
yeah,
bunch of work on both our ends. Well,
yeah,
mostly
yeah.
yours, but you
It
know.
was crazy. I was just wondering too, how hard would this be for the regular version? Because Elliot has that spot on here where there's like a shadow of a tombstone.
Uh huh.
How hard would it be to put like a QR code in there?
Oh, it wouldn't be hard at all.
Because we could, because I'm thinking if I could do that, then I could just have that QR code on there for a link to the digital paperback.
Mm-hmm.
And so after, because my plan is to just send it to everybody
Mm-hmm.
that backed, but then going forward when I sell the book, be like, hey, just scan that and you get
Well,
a
what you could do is get stickers and put them on all.
yeah,
You know, you could do much. The ones you send to the backers would have a QR code going to whatever you want to, whatever you set it up for. I mean, it's
yeah,
probably not very expensive. They're not very big, and there'd be two color. So, although you could do one with a Dr. Mask head in the middle, that would be
yeah, right.
fun.
I did do one for the Kickstarter sign up, so they took to the flea market with me.
Mm-hmm.
I just printed a big sheet of it, but now that's worthless because once you go live, I guess it's a different link. So
Yeah, yeah. I think it still refers it to, but have you gone into the links and set them up for each? Has a different link there to follow?
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well,
That's helpful.
you don't need to do that stuff.
It's helpful. I guess it sees where you're getting traction anyway, as far as
Well, it
sharing.
does. It sees what works, what doesn't work. As you read all these different things about Kickstarter marketing and everybody has a different take on how to do it, right? So
Yeah,
basically, it's just see where your audience is coming from, where they're going.
yeah, yeah. And I don't. Um, I don't know. I've tried. You try everything and just see.
Well,
I
throw it all
guess.
against the wall and see what sticks.
But yeah.
I've been doing that for years.
I wish there was a silver bullet, but there really isn't.
Basically, it's you find your audience and you stick with them and go with those, with that
Yeah.
works.
I Speaking of my audience, I have been following. I don't know. It had to be a year or two ago, but I've been following this. I guess it's like a production type thing. At first, I thought it was a place, but it's Edgar Allan Poe's Speakeasy,
Hmm.
and I thought it was like a bar where they read Poe and did like shows based on Poe and stuff like that. and
Raven,
it
things like
what
that. Yeah.
yeah, and
Okay.
then they would serve drinks with, like, themes of,
Hmm. Hmm.
that go along with it, but apparently it's a traveling show,
Hmm.
um, and they're actually gonna be they're actually gonna be in, Bennington,
Oh, wow.
so I'm assuming it's at a bar
Okay. Well, you have
because
to
they're
let me
selling
know.
drinks.
Check it out.
Yeah, yeah, so I'm thinking I gotta go because I had seen one that was gonna be in Utica. I'm
Hmm.
like, I don't know if I wanna go to Utica,
Hmm.
um, but, uh but Bennington's not too far, so
No, Bennington's probably 20, 30 minutes from me.
yeah, yeah,
Probably
so
further for you, but so I was thinking, in that idea, that you just were talking about the bars. I've been
yeah,
reading about murder mystery dinners and overnight things that are going on now and becoming real popular. And I thought a Poe-based one would be pretty cool. Like you would stay in an Airbnb and they would have a dinner party and you would have a mystery based on some theme, and a Poe themed one would be really cool.
yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd go to that.
um, yeah, I feel like I've been to some sort of mystery dinner thing at some point,
Hmm.
but I just it's like a vague memory. I just don't remember. But I have two of those Vincent Price. I forget the name of the game now, but it's his version of that. Where you would get all your friends together for a dinner and you do this mystery and everybody play a role and you know
Huh.
yeah. I've never played it. It's honestly it's not my type of game. As far as but I mean I'm assuming it would be fun, but I
Yeah,
just
I mean, a lot of those were fun. A lot of them were just, I mean, 60s games were sort of the same games, just recycled with a little different change to clue names and put a celebrity face on it.
yeah yeah yeah. So
I always thought Alice Cooper should have a game.
yeah yeah. He I don't know if you saw this or not, but he's doing a bunch of shows with Chris Angel.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
So it's like his music with with the magic of Chris Angel. So
Oh,
yeah. So I think it's a bunch of shows in Vegas. So
huh.
I don't think they're taking it on the road as of yet. But I'm like, well, I'll wait for the Blu-ray or something. Man, I can watch it.
See him about 3 years ago. It was in Schenectady, I think at Proctor's. I went to that show.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. I don't know. He's up there for most seen
Hmm.
guys, I think, for me. I mean, Kiss is probably number one, then Iron Maiden, and then probably him.
Hmm.
Um, and it's funny. A couple times I saw him. I think I saw him twice on the same tour because I was in college and I had friends. We were all huge Kiss fans, and Ace Frehley was opening for Alice at the time. So we drove to Pennsylvania to see him. We saw him in Albany. For some reason, I thought we went maybe I saw him 3 times on that tour
Hmm.
uh, because they wanted to go see Ace Frehley. I'm like, all right, well, I'll go too. So back then it wasn't so expensive. So uh,
No. Well, back then, I think I don't know, it was just when Kiss was coming out or not, but Blue Oyster Cult used to play like every other week in the Albany area. I must have seen them like 100 times.
yeah, it's funny. I saw them at JB's Theater way back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of when that would have been because I don't know. I could nail it down because Eric Johnson opened for him, and his album Tones had just come out. So whenever that album came out is when they played. And then I saw him at uh, now I forgot the name of the place. It used to be in the mall there. They went out of business now. This was a couple years ago, two or
Yeah.
3 years ago. I saw him.
Hmm.
Yeah, but still going. You know.
Well, it's the forever bands. I was reading about one of the motorcycle gatherings down south, and how they were having to have people being treated for arrhythmia and heart palpitations and high blood pressure.
at the show.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The
but
geriatrics,
that's
you
they
know.
literally have a T-shirt that says "On tour forever."
Uh-huh. Oh.
But
So what did
they're a
you,
band that I was into when I was younger,
yeah.
and then I kind of got out of.
Hmm.
And then like the last like I don't know 7-10 years, I really got into them again.
Oh yeah,
It's just funny how that happens. But
sure. So have you talked about what you're giving away for everybody who?
I did show it. It probably wouldn't hurt to run through it though. Again, it's been a while. It's been about an hour or so. Let me
Yeah,
see.
went through it. Well, there's so many people in here now.
No, it's
It's a Monday. It's a snow day. I'm surprised
well,
there.
it's yeah. It was funny because like I don't know what I was doing. I was asking something. Um, I was asking Grok something, and then for some reason, oh, I asked. I wasn't. Sometimes I just find it's easier for a search just to put it in the Grok than to try to do a search engine. So I
Hmm.
was like, "Hey, does the link stay the same for your Kickstarter preview as your Kickstarter?" And it said no. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then it said, for some reason, the best days to launch are like a Monday or Tuesday or
Right.
Tuesdays.
Hmm.
The second best is like Monday. I'm like, okay, well, I'll take second best.
Well,
But
it's the same with posting on social media. Like if I do postings on Substack and my newsletter, and watching the results. If I post on a Wednesday or a Thursday, the numbers are way down. And forget the weekends. So what I think is everybody's at work, supposed to be working, and they're looking at the computer instead on a Monday or a Tuesday. I don't want to be here. I mean, that's what I used to do. But
they didn't have, I mean, I'm trying to think of days when I was in the office that I didn't know. Like if I didn't want to work, what did I do? I think I just hung around and talked to people. I didn't,
Mhm.
because it was before social media. And
Right.
then I would listen to music and I'd listen to the radio all day. But
Yeah. The I think those are the best days to end too, because more people are on, and so you want that big push at the end, and so you really start the clock ticking. I would do posts almost every hour, down counting down the last 8 to 5 hours, and then because you had all these people sitting on the fence waiting, and
yeah,
so I would do this little clock on social media. 1 hour left to go. 30 minutes, 15 minutes. you
yeah.
know, and I pre-created all those posts, the artwork for them, and I would post them as I watched the clock go down. But again, those days best are Mondays and Tuesdays.
I um I did see I did see a bump in people signing up the last couple of days.
Hmm.
I was putting out there, oh yeah, 24 hours, because that trading card is only if you signed up,
Hmm.
if you back the Fund My Comic,
Hmm.
or if you get the all-in bundle, because otherwise you can't get it. So
Hmm.
so so if you didn't sign up, that's the only way you're going to get it is the all-in bundle.
Well, let's see the card again. Can you show it?
Let's see the. I knew you were going to ask me that. I'll bring it up in a minute. For
Okay.
some reason I didn't put like a full size uh, version of it on here.
Oh.
But let me just. Where are we? Let's look at the campaign. I have a picture of it, but it's small.
Hmm.
So here's the cover A.
Nice. Great cover.
I don't know why I did this. I'm gonna go in there and fix it because it's bugging me. But I put the homage cover before I put the regular cover before the homage. But
Well, you could put them next to each other.
yeah, I don't
That's.
know why I basically did everything the way I did it on Fund My Comic.
Hmm.
Just copied and pasted mostly. Um, but anyway, homage to Midnight Number One.
Hmm.
Greg Murray did it, and Dan Kemp did the colors, and with some adjustments by you.
Yes, yes.
I don't know exactly what you. I know there was a problem with the fonts and stuff where you just kind of had
Well,
to.
there were some spacing issues in the
Yeah.
lettering, so we fixed that. And,
Mm,
some of the logos towards the top were a little too close to the trim mark, so we moved things around a little bit.
right.
Big
Yeah.
cut job. So
Yeah. Even that, like the word balloon, is probably a little too.
yeah, that was a little bit tough to have to try to fix. So I tried to pull things in a little bit and just create enough space to, a lot of printers will come and say, "Hey, you're not within the safe space. You got to be a half inch from the trim."
Yep.
To call them up and go, "No, I want it. If it happens to slip on press, it happens to slip on press. I want it
Yeah.
close." So,
Well, that's something I'll keep in mind for the future because um, I do know about bleed from,
mhm.
from board game stuff and making cards and things like that.
Right.
Um, but I didn't even think about it when I'm like, hey, do me a homage cover. And I didn't think, well, we need to have some sort of bleed area too.
Well, yeah, it's a margin, so a safety margin, and traditionally it's a half inch, but I think with digital now you can get away with a quarter inch.
Okay.
But a lot of guys recommend half inch, and a lot of printers will make you sign off and say, "Hey, if it gets cut off, it's your problem, not mine."
I,
Which is fair enough, right?
yeah, I don't blame them. There's some of the interiors, which I shared.
Uh-huh.
I think I shared that earlier too, on the newsprint.
Nice
Uh,
art.
yeah, Preston's awesome.
Hmm.
Um, I did mention that this is going to be the cover of a game too. So, um,
Hey, I recognize that piece.
yeah, somebody did a great job in this one.
Oh, thanks.
Um, um, but Dave did all the reds on the inside,
Hmm.
and then Christian Rossi. After I knew when I was writing this part of the script or whatever over the rain, I'm like, I've seen a lot of his artwork, and I'm just like, I want him to draw it. I want I want to do a whole comic book that he draws with just people in the rain.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite was the Sin City Rain, Frank Miller.
Yeah,
You know.
one of my all time favorite pictures is that. I think it's the cover. No, it's not the cover. It's one of the panels inside, but it's a full page of Marv walking through the snow.
Hmm.
It just blows me away. It's a book that I had, and then I threw it in the box to sell. I sold it, and then I ended up buying it again because it's just amazing.
Well, we've had so much snow. I've been taking a lot of pictures of snow for reference because,
Oh, nice.
with all the white, the bare trees sticking up, it's pretty stark looking. I think it would be great for a horror story.
Yeah. Blood on the snow.
Uh huh.
Uh, Keith Gleason from the Mighty Mascots did the lettering. Um, so here's all the breakdown on everybody. I talked about this earlier, but um, I have Dr. Mass logo here for
Hmm.
both of you guys because you both did a version of the logo.
Hmm.
Um, we just happened to go with yours for the comic. Just pops.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Transition one logo to another. Sometimes it's easier to just, I've done that several times. I get bored with my logo.
got another one, yeah.
Not that I've just spent the last 3 years marketing the last logo, but now I'm,
Yeah, right. That's what was where I don't know where it is. I was working on a logo myself. It's just a kind of it's pretty rough right now, but
oh yeah,
it's like a death metal. I'm trying to make a death metal version of it, but this will be a learning experience for me because I used to make logos as a kid. Like in high school, I used to just take a word and try to make a logo out of it, but I haven't actually made a real logo, so we'll see how it goes.
it looks very Dr. Caligari type.
Yeah.
The sharp ends on there.
Yeah,
German
I was
expressionism like type.
I was toying with making the period and Doctor a circular saw blade, but
Hmm.
um, I don't know. We'll see. I might do something similar to that. I don't think I would go exactly that, but
Well, I had my original Margot logo had a trash can for one of the letters. Unfortunately, everyone would read it as Margie. I get I'm like, when's the new Margie coming out? I'm like, Margie. What is
I was reading. I don't think I have it handy. I was reading a book on lettering. Oh, I do have it. You probably have this too. I don't know.
Oh, that's a great book. That's like the Bible of lettering now.
Yeah, that's one of the things he said he stayed away from was putting like things like that into the logo because it confuses people, you know.
Well, if it's done good, but it's really tough to do. I mean, I see a lot of where that instance is used really well, and a lot of them where it's used really badly too.
Yeah. Um, that logo that I sent over to you, the original one that I had created, which was basically just using some standard fonts that I had
Hmm.
with a stopwatch,
Hmm.
was like it was the number one, the stopwatch as a
Hmm.
zero, and
Hmm.
then
Hmm.
10-minute soccer. Yeah.
Hmm.
But then like I told you, the you know, my son and his girlfriend are like, what the heck is that? You know?
Yeah. Well,
It's like,
I'm playing with it. We're looking at it, see if we can do something.
yeah,
No.
it's they're familiar with the digital one, but not an old school stopwatch, you know.
Yeah, it's like asking a kid if he has
Yeah.
any 45s. What?
Yeah, right. um Peter Gilmore from uh Jack the Ripper Vampire Hunter was one of his. He actually has at least two other books on Fun My Comic right now.
Oh,
Um with his I don't think technically they're his books, but he did the art for them.
I
So Anthony, I don't know. I struggle with these whole clipping the artwork because I feel like I'm not giving enough. But but
Well,
Cass,
I think I like the clippings. I think they work well. There's details that even I didn't look at because I was dealing with a larger artwork.
right?
And that's kind of one of the fun things about doing a Kickstarter is when you start clipping in on things. Zooming in on certain aspects that you wouldn't normally get.
Yeah, I figured this was the best way to give at least you can get a feel for what their style is, and then go from there.
Yeah, there's some
Um,
incredible art.
yeah, I would love to show this.
Back it
I,
now, back it now.
that's right. Get on board. Um, Kevin's piece, premature burial. Um, that one turned out awesome.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
I got to reach out to him and see if he wants to come on to the Thursday night show.
get him on the show.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Um,
He'll come on in costume.
maybe I'd have to book it when he has a show because I'm sure he's not going to want to do it for the heck of it. I was looking to see if I had Wolf and Batsy. I know I do. But... Whoa, too much stuff. Wolf and Batsy. I'll share that later, some of it, but that's Brian Baum. Um, Fabrizio, I actually shared some. I'll show you that again later, but I got his latest book in the mail with a couple of prints I ordered from him. Mask of the Red Death by Richie Acosta and Daniel Alvarez, which you can get the original here, only here. And Elliot's piece, That one I could have put the whole thing on there because I've shared that so many times, but um, and then the T-shirt,
The t-shirt's cool.
yeah. I mean, Christian, I don't know. It's funny. It's funny about the T-shirt because he did a T-shirt for um, now I'm not going to remember his name, but for the book Downcast.
Mm-hmm.
And when I had never heard of the book, but I saw the shirt and I'm like, I got to get the shirt, So I ordered the shirt
Uh-huh.
before I had read the book. It's like,
It's a great shirt.
um, and
We're
then,
up to $500 now.
woo, smoking.
Moving, moving.
Thanks to all the backers. I'm getting backers, just not viewers.
Uh-huh. Well, I see we did really good the other night. I was
Yeah,
surprised
right.
how many viewers there were. I was like, wow, he had like a couple of hundred before I came on the show.
Oh, sugar. Anyway, all in bundle, save $13. You get this card. This is not the final design. I gotta switch that out. I've just been lazy. Then the Kevin Conrad cards, you can
Uh-huh.
get whatever card you want, whatever character you want. And then we'll just collect that at the end of the campaign. We have 5 available.
Mm-hmm.
Only 5. But it'll either be, depending on the character, it'll either be black and white, or if it needs color, he'll add some color to it. So
Cool.
those just happen to be my cards. And then we have these awesome horror cards, except for this one. This one's gone.
Which one?
I have those here, right? I could share those.
Which one is gone?
The Dr. Mask one.
Oh, wow! I see the sold on there. Oh, cool.
So these I put on as add-ons because that was seemed to be the easiest way to do it.
Sure.
But they're all there, and I blew up this one.
Let's see.
But I did go through that before. We can go through it again.
Mhm.
And then here's the new stretch goal, $600, which we're almost there. So that'll be a mini print of your original colors.
Okay.
Yeah, when you did this, I'm like, why didn't I do a full color comic?
Well, it really is only black, red, and
Right.
But we had to keep the Scarlet consistent. I think that was the
Right.
thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to make it all just black, white, and red.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you, I did rethink the whole, like, should I be doing grayscale too? I obviously I didn't do that, but I don't know. I'll think about it for the next book. And then 1,000 we'll get a free Edgar Allan Poe mystery sticker.
Whoa! I can't wait to see what that is.
And I haven't planned any goals beyond that, but I'm sure we have some cool stuff we can do.
Oh yeah, you have so much artwork. There's so much you could do.
Yeah.
Better start planning it now. You seem to be moving pretty good here.
Yeah, $500. Wow. I tell you, Brian Bow there, I just chatted with him a little bit about Kickstarter, because he had just done a pretty good sized Kickstarter. And he goes, don't listen to everybody, just, go out there and do it. He goes, I've had great success, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I did, and like I reached my goal on Fund My Comics, so I'm like, cool. And then this, I'm like, well, it doesn't hurt to try, right? So.
Oh, sure. Well, get your feet in there, get wet.
Yep. And
No.
and obviously it doesn't. I don't think it shows it here, does it? I know someplace it shows how many. Oh, here I backed 30 different Kickstarters,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not like I haven't been on this platform, but
Well, let me see how many I backed. I got this thing up here. Let's see. Log in. I gotta log in.
Pretty sure I have more on Indiegogo than on Kickstarter.
I don't know. Does it say how many I've backed? It doesn't say. That's weird.
Hmm.
I see. I'm on your site here. You got 30 people back so far. Well, let's see what's your biggest seller. You got one cover C. You got newsprint edition. That's hasn't moved any. You got one 4-in-1 bundle. Let's see. Cover A retailers bundle. 5.
Wow.
No. That's 5 bundles.
Oh no, yeah. Okay, it's like 5 copies.
All right. Somebody bought the Never Bet Your Head to the Devil art.
Oh, nice. There it is.
Those are all the big movers.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm happy for Preston. He'll get the majority of it, but yeah, I always think it's cool to have original art because.
So I've backed 170 so far.
Oh wow.
Well, that's over 7 or 8 years, but
Yeah, I'm trying to think between Indiegogo, Kickstarter, and if I count GameFound too, it's got to be close to 100. Maybe a little less. I was backing a game a month on GameFound. So that's like 10 though. 10 or I probably backed like 10 last year on GameFound. So, but
so there is a Kickstarter live, right? Where I think that's YouTube, but you can post this onto your Kickstarter. What you do is you do an update and you can add the video link and it'll upload it into Kickstarter as an update. So people who go to your Kickstarter can see the video.
Oh, okay.
So you might want to do that after we get off, unless having me on drives your numbers down. Then
I don't know if they're not going to
what?
They're not going to get much lower. Well, the last time I looked at the live stream from Thursday, there's like 10 or 11 views on it. So, I mean,
well,
a lot of people.
I was looking at numbers. Guys were running numbers on Substack on subscription based fundraisers compared to reward based fundraisers, which are Kickstarter. And YouTube came out with like almost no direct links to selling. So I was like, well, there's that idea. It's not for me. But we'll see. As you know, you can listen to everybody, or you can do your own thing and see what works.
Well, I mean, everybody told me not to launch until you had 100 signups, which I didn't listen to that. So I think this one, I ended up, I'd have to go look. I want to say maybe 30 signups, something like that. But
well, now you've got other people here that are basically going to follow your updates,
Yep.
And you can also ask them if they want to be added to your email list.
Yep.
And so, it's Kickstarter has its own little subworld within it, its own, updates and things. And, you can go back and, put the link into your store after you're done. Or you can actually now, I think you can sell still afterwards. You can do late.
Yeah. Yep. That's something new. Yeah, I ended up coming to Kickstarter because after GameFound bought Indiegogo, I heard a lot of horror stories about it, and it's on the good side, it's like a lot tighter. Like it's a lot. I don't want to say harder, but they want to make sure that the people that are putting stuff out there are legit.
Mhm.
So it's a little tighter on the screening process of putting stuff out there. But
On Indiegogo.
yeah,
Yeah.
and apparently it's really cool for the um, for the buyers, not so cool for the creators. Like
Right.
the interface is really cool for buying, but there's a lot of headaches as far as the creators go. So
Well, there's a lot of horror stories here on Kickstarter too, so it's, basically, the more you can protect somebody's investment, I think the better off you are. Indiegogo had a problem a few years back where everybody got off and they were floundering. I think it was after it sold. And I think they learned from their mistakes and they started recorrecting the boat, putting it back on course.
yeah, Indiegogo had the issue where whether it was intentional or not, I don't know, but people were shadow banned, which you'd type in whatever it is you're looking for and it wouldn't come up.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had a link to it, it would work.
Right.
But you couldn't search for it.
Well, the problem that Kickstarter has is you'll get people who will troll your thing, commit to a lot of money, and then back out. And for somebody who's close to their goal, you get stuck making, where am I going to get that $300 back from or that $400 back from,
Right.
and it throws you back into not funded. So, some people will go on there and buy the expensive stuff in the beginning and then watch the numbers. If it doesn't do well, it's not popular, I'm going to back out. Other people just do it, I think, just to be mean, and so, it's sort of all over the place, but it can be tough, and it's still going on. I had a couple people recently ran Kickstarters send me notes about it.
Yeah, can Kickstarter screen their buyers better? I don't know.
I mean, anybody can go on with a credit card and just do it,
Yeah.
So,
Well, and that was the good thing about Fund My Comic is you back it, you pay for it. It's not, it doesn't sit into an accountant or anything.
right.
So if you back it, you're backed it. You're done. It's over. So that, I don't know.
Looks like it stopped snowing here. I don't know about where you are. Well, you're probably down below, right?
I'm up on the second floor, but all my curtains are drawn in here. So, you said it was snowing again, or?
It was when we first started, and I think it stopped. I'm waiting to go out with my snow blower, and the third time this week.
Yeah, I was up at I was awake before like 5:15 or something, but I was out there at 6:00 clearing the driveway, because it wasn't. I looked and it's like it's going to flurry a little bit, but not much. We didn't get a ton. We got like 2 or 3 inches.
So. We got about 4 inches or so.
Yeah,
we didn't get hit too bad like the we are calling for, but we're talking more snow on Friday, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, it gets old fast.
All right, I'm gonna get running.
Okie doke. Well, thanks for stopping by.
I gotta go snow blow. I gotta get out of the house. I can't get out of the garage. I'm gonna have a problem. So
yeah, okay.
So I'll be keeping track of your Kickstarter and following. And if you need anything, you know where I am.
Absolutely. All right.
Don't forget, back it now. Back it now.
Back it now. Yes. Get that original art before it's gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Bye. All right. That was cool. Jim to stop by. I was originally, I don't know. I don't really feel like taking these out of the bags, but let's see how it goes. This is Brian's stuff. These are the Alterna versions. There's number 5, number 6, number 7, which he just remastered. Apparently you can't get these anymore, this version, but there's like a remastered version, which I have to pick up because I didn't realize how many changes he had made on it. But number 4, great stuff. Well, thanks everybody that's backed. I think I'm just going to share this out again. Anyway, so yeah, we've got 21 days for the campaign. I'm sorry, it looks like 20 days. It says 19 days to go, which I don't understand, but maybe I just changed it to 20 so it would fall on the proper day. But anyway. One second. I just want to post this and then we can move on. Oh, I love that. That's bizarre to me. I don't understand why, but if I copy and paste a logo from this browser, it pastes it as text. I don't get it. So I have to put it in the other browser. Or I suppose I could try to do like copy as link or whatever, but there we go. Exciting stuff here. $500. We're well on our way. I don't know what else. What else can we talk about as far as this goes? We can talk about the future. So next up, I'm working on. I kind of mentioned it with Jim, but I'm working on this 18 card soccer game, which is kind of out of the wheelhouse of Edgar Allan Poe horror. But it's a game I've been kicking around for a couple of years, and I just finally decided I'm just going to make it myself. And the plan is I'm trying to make as much within the United States as possible. So the plan is to cards are going to be printed in the U.S. I'm going to buy cases for it and assemble it myself. So and I'll probably get the rule book through the card company too because they do that as well. So that'll just make it easier. But it's an 18 card game. I'm probably going to put a 4-card expansion in it as well. So that'll come with it. So it's 18 cards, a couple of tokens, fairly simple rules. And it's just something, it's 10-minute soccer. So it's basically 5 minutes is the first half, 5 minutes is the second half, and you're done. So you can play one game, you can play 10 games. I thought about making it, some sort of do up some kind of a form or something ish where you could do a season, you could do a season, but anyway, so that's the next thing on the list. While I'm doing that, I'm going to be working on right the last week or so. I've been putting together the digital paperback, which everybody's going to get for free if you back to fund my comic, and if you back this, you'll get a copy of the digital paperback, and that includes the full stories and some black and white art from the comic. So the interiors of the comic are black, white, and red. The paperback will just be black and white. So you get to see a little bit different look on it, but it's not going to be the same layout as the comic. It's going to be, parts of the artwork. So you're not going to see like a mini pinup of, the same as in the comic. So working on that. I'm working on lining up some more testing for the other card game for Never Bet the Devil Your Head, which is a trick taking game based on the story. I say based on the story, loosely based on the story, but it has a theme of the story. So, and that's one of the reasons why I had Preston do the cover the way he did, because I knew I wanted to have it be the cover of the game as well. So, and then while that's going on, I'm working on. I have the script done for the next issue, the next volume of Edgar Allan Poe's. It's going to be Edgar A. Poe's A Dream Within a Dream, which will be focused on some of his fantasy stuff and some of his horror stuff. I plan on putting the Raven in it, and everybody loves that one. So I like it too. I just didn't want to put it in the first one. So that'll be in that. And the story in it will be a little expanded, whereas this is only 2 pages, and as far as a intro and a epilogue. I'm looking at 6 to 8 pages for the next story, and it'll introduce some new characters to the Dr. Mask universe. So that'll be fun. And then what else is on the horizon? I don't know. Lots of stuff, but I don't know if there's anything else I want to talk about at this time. I got another comic that I'm kind of working on. It hasn't really been fleshed out yet. And a book of poetry that's going to be coming. But I'm all over the place here, so it's going to be hard to line up these audiences. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah. So A Dream Within a Dream. I don't know. Let me see here. Dun, 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 dun. I think I could share some of the what's going to be in some of the stories or poems that are going to be in the A Dream Within a Dream. No, that's not it. So obviously A Dream Within a Dream has to be in it. The Raven will be in it. I want to do the Sphinx, which is one of his shorter stories. Hop Frog. And then after that, it's kind of open. Spirits of the Dead will probably be in it. And not wide open. Mystery of Marie Rougeau will definitely be in it. So that's what we have so far. I have Bernice as one of the potential ones, but we'll see. And the Facts in the Case of M. Valdemar. So some great, like I said, there's some horror, some fantasy. The Sphinx is kind of a fantasy type thing. So we'll see how it all goes. And then I'm going to line up another homage cover. Figure that one out. I've got some potential covers that I'd like to homage, but we'll see. Yeah. And then there'll be a third volume. I think that'll be the final Edgar Allan Poe volume, but we'll see. So 3 volumes. I'm thinking this one's going to end up being more than 28 pages. This Besprinkled with Scarlet is 28. I'm thinking that this is going to be, the next one's probably going to be in the 30s, but we'll see. Because I'm going to do the full Raven, which will be a couple of extra pages. And then more story, so that adds like 4 pages, 4 to 6 pages. So yeah, be a lot coming. As soon as I get the comics from the newsprint comics, and I'll share that out with everybody. I do have there's one other thing I can share. This was the original promo card. And this was done by, it's using Elliot Rodriguez as art. Focus. There we go. And that's my original Dr. Mask logo. The back of the comic will have a different Dr. Mask logo, but that's the back. But and then if you get a sketch card, and I can share, actually I can share those as well. But this is what the sketch cards look like. They're just blank white on the front, and that's the back. So, but I actually have these in hand now. So these are the ones that Jim Whiting did. This is the Dr. Mask one, which is no longer available. And then Flesh Eater. You can see the back as well. So I kind of stole this from Alterna because that's the way they did their sketch cards, you know, where you have the character, the artist, signature, the date, all the stuff you kind of need. So Night Veil. I mean, these are full color cards. I mean, these are, I think $35 for these is a steal, but that's my opinion. Like aliens, we got aliens. Ah. It's the devil, baby. I was thinking about his putty in Seinfeld. We're the devils, baby. White Zombie. This reminds me of Pinhead too. Just think it's cool. But I saw there was a big volume of Hellraiser stuff being put out by Dynamite on, I think it's on Kickstarter. And boy, I thought about buying that. Like, just a cool character. I used to read some of the comics, which I no longer have. Here's Vampirilla. Who doesn't love Vampirilla? There's a Hungry Zombie. And then a werewolf. So there you go. There's all the actual cards. I'll have to share those again at some point. Those are very cool. So, probably going to call the show here. I'll give it a couple more minutes. Oh, that's. Oh, yeah, that's disappointing. Anyway. Anyway, we got 20 days. I don't understand this. I'm looking at two different screens, and one says one thing, one's okay. Yeah, okay. This is the problem with Kickstarter. But anyway, I think I'm gonna call it. What is going on? Just randomly decides to play. I don't know why. So, thanks everybody. Thanks people who backed. And the plan at this point, I'm going to be on Batmerk's channel tomorrow to chat. I'm trying to remember the time now. I think it's 1:30 Pacific time. And then not this Thursday, but next Thursday, I'm going to be doing another interview chat show with somebody. I have to line that up. That's all new for me as far as lining up guests. So we'll see how it goes. Sure it'll be somebody interesting to talk about some interesting things. But I will be, let me just check that. You can follow me on X. Everything's pretty much Dr. Mask. You can follow me on X, where I post a comic book cover of the day. I also have been posting a slap or a sleep, which is some panels from old romance comics that that have either somebody getting slapped or some lady laying in bed thinking about her love and her problems. So I'm sorry, it's 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. So I'll be on Batmerk's channel. And you can also follow me on Instagram, where I've been posting a comic of the day, which is one panel, usually like adult oriented stuff. No nudity or anything like that. I never post any nudity, but just adult situations or whatever. And here on YouTube, obviously, if you see this, you're on YouTube, so you can subscribe here, hit the like button, and I think that's about it. I do have another show I'm going to be on in a little bit, but I don't want to talk about it. It's like 3 weeks out, so we'll hold up just in case something happens. But yeah. So thanks to everybody that backed. Looking forward to getting this out, and we will catch you on the next one. Before we go, let's get a look at that beautiful beam footage again. Because since it's going to want to share itself anyway, randomly, we might as well actually watch it.